Triadic interchange is voice leading through the triadic framework. The triadic framework means no modes, no scales, no chord scales, only triads. And voice leading means we're connecting those triads as smoothly as possible, meaning we never move more than one whole step at a time. That's flawless voice leading. So we're gonna look at this in context. Now, of course, you guessed it, we're gonna do this through giant steps, okay? Because that's the new blues, okay? Welcome to the future, right? We're gonna completely normalize this system of harmony by applying it to the first principles of voice leading, right? Voice leading is like a fundamental principle of the 12-note system, right? Only 12 notes. There's an optimal way to use those 12 notes, and voice leading is essentially it, right? So that's what we're gonna do. The only creative decision that needs to be made is the first voicing, right? The order of the notes in the first chord. So let's pick the classic. B, F sharp, D sharp, 1, 5, 3 for the first chord. This shape will come back, right? Snapshot all these shapes in your mind right here, okay? This is the point. Comprehensive mastery is knowing all the shapes and all the combinations of shapes. This is how we find out what they are. We just do flawless voice leading. Watch them emerge. So remember, I'm not gonna move any notes in this shape more than a whole step to the next shape. So how does that go from B major triad to a D major triad? B is gonna go to A. F sharp can stay the same, but I'll move it up here. And then, of course, D sharp goes to D. That's your first example of flawless voice leading. And that's the 5 chord, right, of G. Watch how this works, right? D is obviously going to stay the same. That's a common tone. F sharp is obviously going to go to G, and that means A goes to B. First inversion G chord, right? And look how beautifully this goes into the next chord, right? Flawless voice leading. B is obviously going to B flat, G is going to F, and D is going to stay. Recurring shape. Notice the shapes, they recur, right? And that's a 5 chord. So where's the 1 chord? Right? From this, we're going up a tritone to a minor triad. And that's just a classically deep cutting transition. Listen to that. Right? And we're on our way to G major, right? And we're just doing flawless voice leading, so the shape's recurring, right? Flawless voice leading. There's not even that many shapes. Let's keep grinding it out. Do you see what's happening here? Do you get this yet? Right? We haven't seen that one yet, but it's because we've changed the string sets. See, I've thought about these shapes before, right? I've done this exercise. So that's why I'm making it sound easy. But it's just research, right? And remember, I chose to start at that one place. If I had started somewhere else, I'd be in a completely different situation right now. Now, I can't get too distracted, right? I gotta finish this thing. Look how it's just going higher now. That's B, right? Now we're going to E flat. The ending of giant steps is so crazy, right? Because I'm going from B to E flat back to B. So I get an interesting combination, but let's finish it. So how could we possibly get to E flat from this shape from a flawless voice leading perspective? Getting dicey up here. Good practice though. That's E flat over G, right? And now this is where we go back to B. Goes to the 5 chord down a half step. Right? And then finish it. There you go, right? That's flawless voice leading through giant steps. And there's a lot of practice to be had there, right? Play that in time, play that out of time at first, obviously, but eventually work your way into playing it in time. Applying beat cycles to it, right? And also starting with different inversions, finding every combination. The crazy part is there's a finite number of combinations. So if you wanted to go deep and do your systematic Slaminsky level research, you could literally do that with this. I don't think that's a good use of your time personally, but I respect people who do that stuff and are like serialists like that. I think it's a better use of your time to focus on rhythm because I think there's more opportunity for development, right? Versus the 12-note system, right? Only 12 notes. infinite rhythms, quite literally, right? So the idea is just to be fluent in triadic interchange to set yourself up to play sick rhythms, because we've talked about this. Your greatest asset as an improviser is rhythm. So when you figured out all the voice leading of triads and all combinations, and you just speak that language, you understand that nuance, well, guess what? That's when the machinery of the universe takes over, right? And that's really what we're after here. We're trying to let the machinery flow through you. You have to have a lot of awareness to open that channel. This is all about awareness, right? This is about exposure to combinations and possibilities. Using all the tools at our disposal. Coltrane system is an excellent, obviously a very effective tool, very beautiful, compelling tool as well. And rhythmically, we have the beat cycles, right? That will apply once we're very fluent in this framework, right? Really just to free our mind, right? To open us to the possibilities, right? It's like, do the same exercise through satellite? Like, okay, yeah, have fun. See you next week. If you get in my program, that's the kinds of assignments that we're doing, right? And we have a big assignment going right now. This actually popped off in the school. I made a competition, dude, giving away OG gas station shirt. Literally, if you learn the triad exercise. Just do a few of these practice modules, right? Man, bust your head wide open, right? And you know it, right? I appreciate everybody who's been reaching out. It's sick, dude. We got a sick crew emerging here. We've got some serious people that are going to be emerging in the 15-week program, and get ready for that. I'm very excited. Thank you guys all for showing interest in that. I very much appreciate it. Everybody's been working on the systems, like, you're killing it, right? We got people understanding this language, dude, becoming fluent in all these like fundamental principles of music. Like, really just about eliminating all the blockages, right? That's what the 15-week program is about, dude. Fill all the gaps in your understanding, eliminate all the blockages, open the floodgates of creativity, and just let that thing flow, right? The systems are what unlock that for you. This goes straight back to that flow state thing, right? You have the system that puts you in the flow state, and there's different dimensions of this. We've talked about this, right? You have the faith, humility, gratitude flywheel, right? And that happens on all three fractals, right? Microfractal would be improvisation, mesofractal would be composition, macrofractal is just continued composition over weeks and months and years eventually, just opening that well, right? Just tapping that channel and just letting it flow open, right? The systems like draw out the inputs. The real creativity is refining the systems to get more epic outputs, but it's never about focusing on the outputs, right? Because that's like almost like your fate is sealed, right? Just like when you pick the first voicing, your fate is sealed because your outputs are really just a result of your system, and you can keep working on your systems, keep refining them, adding to them, all this kind of stuff. So I appreciate everybody watching, dude. Definitely get in on the ground floor while you can, man. Seriously, right? Talk to me directly, dude. Let's literally trigger your comprehensive musical enlightenment, right? It actually is happening to a lot of people right now. You could easily definitely be one of them. So let's talk about it and see if it's actually going to be possible. And Instagram still is the place to do it. So I'll definitely see you over there.